So it will be very short intro what's happening and how company will look, let's say, after a couple of months. So it means Aruba and Hewlett Packard. So Aruba name is not, let's say, disappearing. So for the guys or lovers for Aruba, it's a very good news. And actually, we have a lot of transformations, and one of the transformations we see what we Hewlett Packard Enterprise and other company is HPE Inc. And actually, it's two separate companies. So as before, we was a little bit separated within one management. So right now, it's a completely two companies. So from this point of view, I think you do not have any mess anymore. So if you're asking Hewlett Packard Enterprise, this is question about server storage, networking, some other guys like technology services. If you're asking about PCs, this is not our company, and we have nothing to do. So what is changing and what is the main things, what's happening in let's say, in the world? So everyone is talking about cloud. Some of them is moved to them, some of them is planning to do that, some of them moved to them and back to the another, let's say, traditional network, so it depends. But anyway, it's needed, and for a lot of different kind of things is actually growing, especially, let's say, cloud services like cloud as a service or something like it. It's not a purely you creating your own cloud, but you can be part of a cloud of, let's say, other service providers, something like it. So it's needed. Unified communication. So every day we, let's say, communicating by mobile phone, by Skype, whatever, how we communicate. But more and more frequently, we need to share our data. So it means live data. So maybe some live desktop sharing or something like it. So it's needed because productivity is needed. Video stuff, yes, as well. So it's very important thing. Mobile applications. So more and more customers refuse to use on mobile devices web-based applications. They would like to have a native application, what is designed for touch, designed for another thing. So it's an important thing, and we are more and more going to this side. Of course, connection. Connection is one of the most interesting part because now we have a transformation from wired to wireless. And if something about 2-3 years ago, we had a lot of discussions what wireless is not secure, so maybe I will separate network of wireless, so wired network is secure and wireless is not, so maybe it's only for guests or something like it. So now I have some financial institutions with money lives, and they are completely Wi-Fi only. And do not mix Wi-Fi and mobility. This is two different things. Because a lot of people saying Wi-Fi, this is just a transport. Mobility, this is style, how you manage such things. Security, of course, that's another story. An endless story, I think. Because some guys are hacking, some guys are trying to secure. And before, let's say, both mobility or something like it, as we call it right now. So we had one big firewall around our building. So what's happened after a couple of months? Some bridges appears, some VPN, some other things. So finally, we do not have it. So how to secure system? So it's very hard to answer just in a couple of words. But in real case, we need to secure at first ourselves. And after that, if we secure ourselves, so for integration, it will be very hard to get our data and try to connect with our data. So at first, you need to secure yourself, and you automatically will secure your company as well. So this part is very important as well. So what was on year 2014? So as always, Cisco first, HPE and Aruba somewhere. What's happened? Cisco already not first, only big because ability to execute, so it means very huge install base. But if we're talking about completeness of vision, possibility to expand or something like it, Cisco not a leader anymore. So this is very huge change. This is very big celebration for us and for Aruba. So we finally recognized as EU leaders. What's happening with both portfolios? So it's a lot of different kind of rumors. Some guys from our competition is shouting, HPE again will close everything, so it will be ruined, it will be bad, or something like it. Another guys from, let's say, from our partners they are in big stress, they do not understand what's happening or something like it. So in general, it happens very simple thing. HP networking integrating to Aruba, not vice versa. Catch a point. We bought Aruba, but integrating to them. It's a little bit different approach as we done before. Why we decide to make it? Dominic Orr, our Vice President of Networking, so former CEO of Aruba, he's ex-HP employee who's created HP Networking long time ago, about 20 years ago. So he back to the family as our leader. And actually, our big management made for him carte blanche to completely change vision of networking. What we're doing? We decide what, as Aruba is very well known and actually very good working staff on Wi-Fi world and mobility world. So we decide what, we will close our product lines, HP native product lines. A lot of migration promos will be done. So you, let's say, if you will migrate to Aruba, you will get a huge amount of trade-in starting from $100 per access point. So you will get specific licenses from Aruba, and it's a lot of different kind of thing. I do not try to touch it today. So it will be announced, I think, something in February, so you will get proposals how to migrate. Or if you would like to stay partly with HP, partly with Aruba, it will be possible as well via Airwave management system. Switching. Aruba's switchers will disappear completely as well as HP Wi-Fi stuff. So HP will be primary on switching. And brand name for it will be Aruba and Hewlett Packard company. I will have a 2-visit card. Another part is cloud first or traditional wired campus. Some, let's say, things, what is related to it, it will be on Hewlett Packard enterprise name. And routing stuff, what actually is growing very well right now is telco. Guys are not very happy about it, but we are stealing money from them because of MPLS or something like it. So we have a very interesting solutions on dynamic VPNs, what can work on any IP transport. So it doesn't matter what kind of transport you are using. So you just need internet, nothing else. So it's quite easy stuff. And of course, data center stuff is very important for us. It's integration with our server portfolio, storage portfolio, and other things. Lots of questions is coming, what's about management? So we decide what we will have 2 management platforms. Actually, they can manage each other. But in real case, on positioning, we're planning to have Airwave management for mobile first, and IMC for DC and routing stuff. What to do if you have a mix? Because normally you have a mix. So in, I think in the summertime, it will be like add-on for IMC from Airwave and add-on to Airwave from IMC side, so cross-launch. And for customer management and policy-based access management, guest management, all other stuff, so we will have ClearPass, because ClearPass now is clear leader in the world for onboarding, for on-guard stuff. So it means what checking your integrity of the system and another stuff. So we will stay with such type of portfolio. Some things about Aruba vision, and actually this vision was started about 20 years ago in HP. What we need to think not about VLANs, not about ACLs or something like it, we need to think about policies, about users. So it's different approach. Because normally, what is vendors doing? They're trying to put everything in different VLANs. After that, assigning some ACLs, client, let's say access client list or something like it. Aruba, first company who's in real case from the talks went to the real job. And they completely changed understanding about web. So what we have at the moment here, on the same VLAN, we can put different kind of applications, different kind of profiles, different kind of users, because all those access points have integrated NG firewalls. So it means they can recognize application, they can recognize role, they can recognize user. So I will show for you how it works and how you can see it. So you can do that on an instant, so controller-less solution. You can do on controller-based solution. You can do it on cloud-based solution, whatever, everywhere where you need. And in the future, after a couple of months, for new HP switches for 3810M, so new models coming, and existing 4000 series version 3, a lot of automatic action functions will be added as well. So you will have an automatic function on switching part as well. So if you have a Wi-Fi and switches from this point of view, its automatic flow will be established. Very important thing is application RF, or application control. You have a different kind of application, so actually everyone can agree what application matters. And application need to work on a priority, on different types of priority. So it depends what you are doing from this point of view. You can block it, you can prioritize, you can throttle it, you can make a low priority and another thing. So all the stuff are integrated in this system. Other thing what is very actually big pain for a lot of customers, it's a balancing of the customers. So you have a lot of access points in one room, try to imagine, you have a big amount of access points, and everyone on entrance starting to connect to something like it. What's happening? More or less half of them standing on the same access point, whatever, maybe you have 5 additional access points, but they are not moving, because drivers old, or maybe system old, or it's a lot of different kind of mechanisms. So what's happening? You start to use, but you're still on the same. So we're calling it sticking client. So sticky client, it means what? He sticks to one access point and till last breath, so he stands. Now I will be here and do not move it. Some, let's say, very smart clients is moving. They have a specific drivers or something like it. Aruba is made, it's proprietary thing and it's patented. It's only available on Aruba. It's client mesh technology. So we creating temporary blacklist for the sticky client on one of the access point, and system decides which access point will pick up this customer and send for him hello message to join, because he's not able to connect to this access point anymore. So in general, it's very fast thing. You even do not feel how it works. But normally, you're already on another one. So it's quite fast thing. Here's information what you see, mainly done by electronic readers. So it means what those readers, what you are using in warehouses or something like it. Because those readers, very frequently, they do not have specific drivers for fast roaming. And they have this big trouble. So this survey is done on one of the very large, actually, enterprise. It's on American Airlines. So it's from the management of lots of luggage and some, let's say, other things. Do you need controller or you no need controller? So this is the question. So actually now it's a new interpretation of Shakespeare. But in real case, what is good, what is not in controller? Instant access points, what you see, let's say on this demonstration, what we have. So if I do not finish my demonstration, so you can come to the counter, so I show for you absolutely the same. And you can play by yourself as well, so if you need. So controller is good if you need to have specific security rules, if you need client-based VPNs, very, let's say, high level of encryption or something like it. Yes, it's needed. If you are working through internet, and if you over-exceeding your L2 connectivity more than 250 access points or something like it, because no IP addresses anymore, so for L2 network, so you need to go to another subnet. Instant is working on the same subnet, up to 128 access points. So in general, it's working with 160, but we do not recommend it to do that. Why we do not recommend? Because it's no free addresses anymore. So it's very hard to do that. So this is only in very large installations and very specific, you need controller. Controller-less solution is good if you have a lot of different kind of branches. 5, 10, 20, 100 access points. And no more questions coming, how to manage such stuff if I have such type. You have possibility to use bulk management, but not all customer like it, because it's subscriptions and everything. Or you can put just airwave management on top, and you can manage all those instances as one. So on the same hardware, you have possibility to use controller-based. I just, let's say, can convert this access point to controller-based, no problem. It can be controller-less. So you see this installation here. So it's quite easy stuff. You can put on top Airwave if it needed, so it's a management software. So it can be both controller and instant. So on one premise can be controller based, and some instant. In some, let's say, your branches, it can be instant. And if you would like to have something very fashion or fancy or something like it, it can be central. So it's cloud managed. By the way, HPE Mobility First switches will have a possibility to be managed through cloud as well. So it means what whole your infrastructure on a branches or something like it can be managed through cloud, if you're willing to have such thing. And here's a simple example. So you can put all those different kind of systems. Some of them can have a secure IPsec tunnels to your controllers and termination here. Some of them can be, let's say, on a branches, like instant, what we have here, and it will be managed by airwave management. But if you would like to be on the cloud managed, so you can go to the Aruba Central, so it means total cloud management platform. So, presentation I finishing here, and now I will move to the most interesting part. Okay, now I try to make duplicate screen. Sorry for resolution, but I can't change it. Unfortunately, it's impossible to do. Okay, here's the system what we have right here. So I would like to ask you to connect to HPE Aruba, and password is Atea, small letters, 2015. So if you can, so you're welcome to do that. So, as the resolution is not very, let's say, nice, so it's recommended resolution for management is minimum 1280. Here we have 1024, sorry for that, but anyway, so you will have some visibility anyway. So if we, let's say, looking to the right side, this is our clients, so it can be a huge amount of them. So it depends what kind of, let's say, screen you have, as much you will see them. Of course, you can scroll down to go to one or other or something like it. And what we are facing here, so you see it's particular customer, what I just set up. So I don't know who here, but anyway. So it's fingerprinting. What kind of operating system? So this fingerprinting can be used in airwave management to, let's say, to see visibility, how much, which type of the users. And it can be used on ClearPass to make very proper onboarding with different kind of services, what is needed for this device. Another thing, I see connectivity type, I see on which channel. I can look at the signal, what kind of signal he has at the moment. I can see what's happening with this networking, how much retries. And this quantity of retries is always big if I see connection with GN. So it means what? It's noisy network, and it's actually channel 1, so it means 2.4. So if I took another client, so let it be my mobile phone.
Can you repeat the password, please?
Sorry?
Can you repeat the...
Atea, A-T-E-A, small letters, 2015.
Thank you.
And here you can see what's happening with my phone at the moment. So here's my phone, because my name is known for me. Here's, as you see, less retries, and now I do not doing anything with it, so I can run some, let's say, speed test or something like it, so you will see much more higher usage of the network. And it will be easier to see it. We can test. Let it be right here. Another thing is what is mostly important stuff. So it's application RF. So here, as you see, no data by myself, but if I set up HPE Aruba, this is why I ask you to connect. So I can see within 15 minutes, it's already integrated feature. What's happening with application, web reputation, web categories, and applications at all, and application categories as well on your network. If you would like to have this data in details, so you can go to it, you can list it, and you will see how much traffic within 15 minutes is eating different kind of services. This is very, very simple thing. Of course, it's not enough for big enterprise. This is, as we call it, teaser. Teaser, so it means that both access points are collecting this data. If you have a collector like airwave management or some system, so you can see within 1 month, 1 year, 2 years or something like it, you can see trend, what is happening on this, on your network. So with the star, so it means here's our master. So it means what, this is master on master access point. Master, it not means what all traffic goes to them. Master, it means like a leader or commander. All access points are balancing all those things on customers, what is standing from them. So it's always done like this. Another feature what is actually is quite important. So if I would like to little bit change rules of the game, I can go to the internal firewall where I can play with different kind of things. So it can be services, it can be sources, it can be different types of the rules, and I can play with them from here, or much more easier for a lot of customers to play it directly from access point on access section. Role-based. This is the roles as I show for you in presentation. Roles can be on the same VLAN. So you don't need to create thousands or hundreds of VLANs to make a different kind of roles. What I can do with it? So let it be Aruba. HPE Aruba. Here I have some possibilities to change the rules of the game. So rules. It can be done by network rules, so traditional things, let's say ports or something like it. I can allow it, I can deny, I can send it to NAT, I can change destination to make only to particular server, but no, let's say not to another one. So it's one stuff, or I can make it just any. I can go by application. It will be just applications. We have something about 2,000 applications at the moment in a system. So let it be one of the most let's say, lovely stuff. So I can throttle them, so decrease speed of it if it needed, make particular speed. I can change, let's say, rules. I can make deny, so just close it. And unfortunately today I had no possibility to get NTP server. So if I have NTP server, so I can put additionally, it was appear here, so time-based management. So it means I can set up what on weekdays from 8 o'clock in the morning till the 6th, Torrents on my company is not allowed. After that, whatever, do what you want. So I can play with such type of rules. So it's available. Then it's here's only applications, so it's quite easy stuff. But it's more important stuff is application category. So here's, let it be peer-to-peer. So it means everything drop down, even torrents as well, to peer-to-peer. Okay, so if some schools or something like it, adult content can be filtered. Oh, sorry. This is web category, sorry. This is not application category. So I can filter shopping if it required. Okay, let it filter deny. Let it be streaming media. And let it just deny. I will put OK. What happens? So you see, it appears additional rules on specific role. It's not for whole network. It's only for this role, because you can set up for whole network if you need. Do not forget to change things. Allow to all need to go down. Because this is a very common mistake of the customers. They are creating a lot of rules, and after that, guys, it's not working. What's happening? So I would like to see what it worked, but it's not working. Because you do not change the rules. And if you're changing rules, so you need to understand what rules is going first, second, going down. So you need to work with such stuff as well. So where I can make OK. Resolution is very, very tough. Here, yeah. Finish. Okay, let's try to look. Actually, this setup of a rule and when rules start to work sometimes took about 1 minute. So keep it in mind. This is not absolutely exactly because they need to spread to all access points this information. So if you open YouTube at the moment, or YouTube app, so you can see YouTube, but you can't see any stream. So this is one simple thing, and simply you can try by yourself. If you will start to make something funny thing, and now you are running VPN tunnel on you, and you will show for me what YouTube is working at you. So if you like, so I can deny it as well. So I can close all tunneling mechanism, and after that, there's no questions appear in the auditorium. But I would like to just show for you how easy to make such type of rules. And those rules are spread through all instant access points. If I'm working not with, let's say, with those instant access points, but controller stuff, same. If I'm working with airwave management, so I can set up such rules and spread it through all big amount of instances. So up to 20,000 access points I can control through this type of a mechanism on one domain. I can have a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 domains and more. So it depends how I would like to do that. So Mario, our distributor, is sitting on a 7th SSID. Of course, on the same SSID, you can do a lot of different kind of things. So you can be employee, you can be voice, you can be guest. If you put a voice, so you will get automatic recognition of Skype for Business or something like, or some Cisco protocols or something like it. It will be automatically prioritized. So it's recognizing it. From the Office 356 Aruba solution, this is only one who's totally approved by Microsoft, like a main platform. And Microsoft is using it for themselves as well. It can recognize those random ports of a link and establish connections between, let's say, different instances. So from this point of view, it's working like this. Okay, here is not, of course, enough information. So always check show advanced. Advanced is much more deeper. So what we can do, so we can make downstream and upstream as per stream, as per user. So I can make for every user 500K or something like it, and it will be not more than such amount. I can change different kind of things. If I have different zones where I would like to spread different rules, so I need to create those zones. But actually, with 2 access points, so it's no zones to create. If you have a more, so it's another story. So some people are making zones on the different floors. So some of them said, well, it's not needed. So I can do it in another step. Of course, I can change the threshold of the customers. So our recommendation, do not exceed this number. Of course, normally you can use about 256 users, but it's illogical. Because after that, it's a big noise all the time coming and disturbing your network. So this is not a nice feature. Other thing, I can do netting, or I can let network to assign VLAN. So right now, all you sitting on the net. So both access points now is netting all connections. So it means what? External connection looks absolutely differently than you have at the moment. So if I do network assign, it can be default, so it means we'll drop to the same VLAN as access points. It can be static, so I can put VLAN ID. So normally for enterprise, I am not recommending to put all customers on the same VLAN as access points element. Not logical, to be honest. You can make it dynamic, and you can create a rule for such stuff as well. So we'll back to the default. Then, mechanism. As we have a client match, so as well we have a traditional roaming protocols if it needed. Because some IP telephony vendors using those fast roaming protocols. So we do not forcing you to client match. So you have a choice to go to one side or to another side. And of course, security can be enterprise level as well. So we have internal authentication server, .1x opportunistic key caching mechanism, if you, let's say, using specific IP telephony mechanism. So you can work with it easily. So here is a very small part of just creation of SSID. If we go into IDS, with IDS you have a couple of things. First thing is predefined structure, so you can choose by yourself. So it can be low, medium, high, or something like it. So paranoid, as we call it. So paranoid normally looks like this: custom settings and enable all. So it's a very paranoid. Other thing, what is very important, if you, let's say, ask to play with those devices, because it will be available for partners to just get some demo unit and play by yourself. So it's not a problem. So if you put such stuff, so on every of green stuff, you will see some instructions, what it is, what to do with it, and on those green fields. Then it's just IDS, and here's a protection stuff. So on protection stuff, we have some not very funny things, and I'm not really recommending to use it. So you can start to dump rogue access points, or let's say foreign access point. On some cases, if it's only your premises and nothing around, so it's okay. But if you are living in a building where you can have some interruption, so that's not very nice, because your neighbors will start to shout on you what you are doing, you are dumping. So both functions is embedded as well. So you can play them. Another thing is, if I look in just to the traditional IDS stuff, so I can see what's happening in the air at the moment. So how much interfering access points they can see. Try to imagine a noise around. So it's a really bloody big noise. And here's a customer who is interfering connected on another network. So if it raw access points somewhere around, so you will see like a raw access point. As I said before, so both mobility access switches integration, what is happening for 3.8.10 series and for 5.4 series with version 3 modules, it will be automatic processes. If somebody will block in such type of a switch on edge, with aggregation edge, raw access point or something like it, so it automatically will shut down port. So it means it's automatic stuff will be established. Again, if you plug Aruba access point, so it's automatically recognized this is Aruba, power like this, power critical, it's have to be done like this. QS, it comes from Aruba instant controller or physical controller or cloud controller, it comes to the access to the switch, it will be automatically port reconfigured and tagging will be done by access point tags. Third function, if you have, let's say, only VLAN 1 on the switch, but you creating new VLANs and VLAN 6, VLAN 7, VLAN 11 or something like it, it automatically will take this information and it put those VLANs, tag those VLANs to, let's say, to those ports as well. So it's automatic process what will be done in the very, very near future. Okay, other thing, you can choose what you want to do. So fair access, so it's a quite, let's say, fancy function. So our access points, even if somebody comes with B, do not drop to the B level. It will stay on a different levels, but only slice time, equal piece of time for every standard. So it means AC will work like AC, N will work like N, and others work like others. Of course, you can change, make preferred access, so it will be, let's say, band this 5 gigahertz or something like it. On advanced options, you have even more information. Client match by default is disabled. So if you need client match, if you would like to use it, so you need to enable it. But never disable scanning if you enabling client match. It not work without scanning, because you need to know what's happening around the network and how to move customer from one side to another side. Okay, if I go into the system, in the system I have as well a lot of different kind of things. One of the things I would like to show for you, some access points have USB stick where you can use like uplink 4G if you need. And if you have 2, 3, 4, 5 access points, and you would like to have a very, let's say, access for you is critical or something like it. So you can put 2 different sticks. And if one access point will fall down, at first he will search for second master with stick. Only if he do not find it, he will find another one. But if you have 2 sticks, they are balanced as well, such, let's see, if it fall down. Another thing, of course, you can have Wi-Fi connection. You can make predefinition on internet failover, so how much packets have to be lost till he start to search for another connection. When you're creating guest or you're creating another role, you can say, well, this role working with 4G uplink or Wi-Fi uplink if it needed, but guest or let's say another role, it's forbidden to work through 4G. Because only for very critical applications, so you can stand them, but for another ones, it's not important. Monitoring stuff, of course, it's available and quite big, but you need to have syslog server because those access points, they can't handle such amount of information by themselves. You need some storage or something like it. It's impossible to just put everything to one access point and have. L3 mobility stuff, so it means what? If you have different instances on a different subnets, one, let's say, instance on one, another on another, and you would like to have communication between them, and you would like what they will work normally. So what to do? So you can create a GRE tunnel between those instances, and they will communicate to each other. So from this point of view, you can play on it as well. Admin. Unfortunately, in this stage, you have only one admin, so it's supervisor or something like it. It can be view only, so you can try right now the demo. You can have only guest registration. Guest registration is very generic in this system. So it's as generic as possible, so as we call it. So you can create a guest, but you need manually to create guest and manually delete. And if you need those, let's say, fancy functions like guest onboarding with different rules, with SMS, with another stuff, so you need ClearPass. So ClearPass, this is a product from Aruba, what is actually designed for the guest management, for the employees management, for the switch management, let's say switch authentication and another thing. It's supporting AAA services, including Packard, including, let's say, some healing mechanism. It can be integrated with MDM system, so if you're planning to have AirWatch or, let's say, or mobile iron or something like it. So it's a lot of different kind of things that's available. So I do not touch it today, so just to you to know what it's available, and if you're interested on it, so you can use it. So in ClearPass was automatic process for for connection with some hotel systems. So if you would like to make automatic provisioning of your customer with a room number, let's say name or something like it, so it can connection. He had a direct connection with Opera. It's from Fidelio. It's the accounting or micro system. So from this point of view, you can integrate them directly to your existing system. Okay, so what to show for you more, because I do not know what to show. It's a lot of different kind of things available. So let's look what's happening now in EU. Sorry. Something changed or not? Yeah, a little bit changed. Somebody trying to go to YouTube, somebody trying to go using Skype, some Google, some Amazon, some another things. So, one more time. This is information for 15 minutes. So we can't store more. If you need more, you go into enterprise system. So after that, you can do that. One more thing is to touch. It's very simple, but sometimes it's very useful. System. If I click in here, so it means what I'm going to virtual controller. If I clicking on here, so it means what I'm going on particular SSID. If I click in here, it means I'm going directly to the access point. and configurations and other things, it will be different. We have some access points with the ports. 3 gigabit ports is available. With access points, very small form factor, so you can put it in a wall, you can stand it on a table, whatever. So you can use it where you want. And same access point, and both, let's say, on ports, they have default rules as well. So it means that those ports, they are not like absolutely stupid ports. So you can create rules on those ports. You can create some PoE stuff because they can provide some PoE for them if you need IP telephony connect or something like it. You can play with VLAN. It can be trunk mode, it can be access mode, it can be different kind of things. Why am I highlighting it? Because when I was first time trained for Aruba, and after this merger of a company, so I automatically got 2 access points. So I was surprised because HP never ever give any devices for ourselves, so we need to buy it. So Aruba give it to me just like this. And I start to play it. I bring it home, and normally on wall jack, I connecting something, this have to work. I connecting, not working. Because default is doing default rule. What it means, trunk. And of course, it's not access. Here, you need to set up what kind of VLAN you need, and all other things. So all those functions, what you see on SSADs, so it's available on those ports as well. So keep it in mind. If you will buy this device, so keep it in mind working on different manner. And a lot of customers are making mistake on it. So if you would like to play with this system, it's a live system. Now it's, let's say, VMware connected, HP connected to it, Dell, I don't know, so maybe yes, maybe no. So you can come to the counter, so I give for you access, so you can play with this system if you are interested, so you can change a rule. Of course, it's much more better to make it just different SSAD and try to play on it, because on this Aruba, a lot of guys are sitting, and I think now maybe they would like to show some things on YouTube or something like it, and now it's forbidden. So I will take out this rule, so it will start to work, so you can try, when I remove this rule, you can try by yourself. So it will work on it. Disconnect. Access. Rules. Go. I can't work on this resolution. For me, I try and let's say to move automatically far away. Okay, so here is all. If you have a questions or let's say suggestions or something like it, so I will be here at the counter, so you can come to me. So maybe sometimes I go in downstairs for some bad thing and very not popular thing. So I'm still smoking. And but anyway, you can catch me here. And if you have, let's say, some other questions or something like it after that, so you can ask Atea guys. So I think they will be more than happy to help you with it. Thank you very much.